Namaste, beautiful mums. How are you feeling? Please let me know. How many weeks postpartum are you, or months? I'm 10 months postpartum now and I'm still tired, but things do get a lot easier. So if you've got a newborn, just know baby will give you a little bit more respite with time. I'm starting to find that myself and it's just lovely. So I hope you find the time to do today's class. Maybe even get someone to watch your baby for a second if that's possible. So just a tip and a reminder for you guys today is don't do this video or any exercise until you've had the go-ahead from your healthcare provider. And also, because we've had the relaxin hormone running through our bloodstream and through our body during pregnancy, it's really important that you guys hold back in stretches today. So anything that we do, just rather ease off than going too deep. So I recommend you have a couple of blocks handy. These are just going to help hold you back in certain poses. You'll probably find that you're a little bit more flexible now that you've had a baby, and that's because of the relaxin hormone. But it also means that you can go a little too deep and you can actually create little tears in your muscles and damage and things that are going to have to heal with time, and we don't want to do that. That's not the aim of yoga. So I hope you enjoy it. Today is very suitable for postpartum because we're going to be very gentle with ourselves, but we're also going to very gently build strength as well. So I hope you enjoy this little time and moment for yourself. Let's start off in a comfortable seat. Take any seat of your choice. We're going to sit up tall through the spine. Just take a moment, take a breath. This is some time just for you. Tune into the body. During today's class, allow all your thoughts, your anxieties about baby and about being a mum to pass. This is a safe space for us to enjoy the moment. Keeping the eyes closed, breathe naturally. And then gently let's start to roll the head from side to side. From shoulder to shoulder. Gently, mindfully. Start to deepen your breath. Keep your breath nice and deep from here on out. In and out of the nostrils if possible. Now rest your head over towards the right shoulder. Extend through the left hand. Keep the elbow locked. Left fingers are on the floor. Getting a little deeper into that stretch here on the left side. Take a deep breath and then roll the head over towards the left shoulder. Allow the head to rest. Extend through the right fingertips, take them down to the ground and lock the elbow, keeping it straight. Sit up tall, keep your breath nice and deep. One more breath here. And release, roll your neck to the center, lift it up and open your eyes. We're going to begin. Let's find a little wave coming over towards the left side of the mat. Right hand up and over the ear. Just wave the body, coming over towards the right. And keep going. Find a nice rhythm that feels good for your body. Tilting the chest towards the sky. Just stretching through the side body. Something we don't often get to do at the moment. Continue this wave as if you're like a little bird doing a dance. Now come over towards the left side. And take the right fingertips over towards the left. Bow your head. And then rotate that arm up and over your ear. Look towards the back side of the room behind you. Rolling the right arm, nice big circle. Take another. And then sweep those right fingertips along the ground, taking them over towards the right. Inhale the left arm up to the sky, look up. And then take those fingertips down towards the right side of the mat. Bow your head, shoulders away from the ears. And then inhale, raise this left arm up and over the head. Take it back behind you and look towards the fingertips. Opening up through the chest. And then take a big circle with the arm. And one more. And then roll forward, scraping the fingertips along the ground. Arching the spine, tuck your chin towards your chest, fingertips on the ground, suck your core back. Inhale, open the arms, look to the sky, open the chest. And then exhale, fold. Fingertips to the ground, chin to chest. Inhale, open. Look to the sky. One more. Exhale, fold. Hold on to your knees, and for the last little back bend, lift your chest to the sky, look up, roll your shoulder blades down. Exhale, release. Come out of your seated position and let's find a tabletop. Hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. Suck your belly back towards the spine. Take a deep breath. Now inhale, drop the belly, look up. Exhale, arch, tuck the tailbone in the chin. One more, inhale. Drop the belly, look up. Exhale, arch, tucking the chin and the tailbone. Extend through the arms, coming down for puppy pose. Draw your forehead down to the ground. Elbows stay lifted. Suck your belly back towards your spine. Hold it nice and strong and lift your pelvic floor towards your belly button. Take one more deep breath here in your puppy pose. And then send it back to child's pose, bringing your fingertips along the ground. Send your tailbone down towards your heels. Rest your forehead and your elbows on the ground this time. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale, release out the mouth. Take one more like that. Roll your spine forward all the way, bringing the belly button and the hips down towards the ground. Place your forearms on the ground for Sphinx pose. Keep your chest lifted, shoulders draw back and down the back body. Press the tops of your feet into the ground. Close your eyes, look straight ahead. Take a nice deep breath here. Take one more. Release yourself down and inhale. Lift your hands off the ground, look straight ahead. Push your feet into the ground. Engage your glutes. You'll feel your spine contracting, lifting your chest from the ground. Exhale down, take 3 of those. Inhale up. Exhale down. Keep going. Exhale down. Let's all take one more together. Exhale down. Plant your hands into the ground. Send your tailbone up and back into the sky for our first downward facing dog. Now you can keep your legs bent. We're just going to start to walk our dog. So bend and straighten through the legs. Suck your core back towards your spine. Bend your knees as much as you need to in your down dog. And don't worry if your heels don't touch the ground. With time this may happen, but it's not necessary, so don't worry. Do try to push them towards the ground as long as it's comfortable. When you find comfort in your down dog, become still. Bend your knees if you would like to. Look between the thighs. Hold it for a nice deep breath. Exhale out the mouth. Suck your core and your pelvic floor up at the same time. Inhale nice and deep. Exhale, lift the pelvic floor and your core. One more time. Gently lift this right leg off the ground. Roll forward and take a big step between your palms. Stay here in a runner's lunge. Grab your blocks. Place them either side of this right leg. Suck up through your core. Look straight ahead and draw your shoulders back down the body. Stay lifted. Feel the strength of your legs. You may be feeling quite tired and fatigued, but just hold this just for one more deep breath here. And then exhale, try to straighten the front leg, only if it's possible. And then take the toes off the ground for our pyramid pose. Look straight down, keep your spine neutral, nice and long. Parallel with the ground, just stretching through the hamstrings. And then inhale, come on forward, back to our runner's lunge, look straight ahead. Find a little wave, exhale back, straighten the front leg. Inhale forward, bend the front leg. Take two more. One more. From here, roll forward to your runner's lunge and just very slowly bring your back knee down to the ground for our low lunge, stretching out the psoas muscle here on the left side. Bring your blocks a little closer in line with your shoulders. Keep your chest lifted and allow your hips to sink down to the floor. Look straight ahead or towards the sky. Just sinking deep as you can. And then exhale, straighten the front leg, half split pose. Keep your arms straight, placed on your blocks. And finding a wave, let's take three. Inhale, roll forward, low lunge. Look to the sky. Exhale, half split, straighten the front leg, keeping the hips facing forwards. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, half split. One more. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, half split. Place your front foot back onto the ground in our low lunge. Remove your blocks, just pop them aside. Take your hands to your front knee and come up off the back knee into a high lunge now. Inhale the hands to the sky, look up. And open up, warrior two, back foot 90-degree angle to the back of the mat, front leg 90-degree angle to the bottom of the mat. Look beyond these right fingertips. Suck in your core. One more deep breath. And then rotate your hands, plant them on the ground, framing the front foot. Come up off the back heel, step back into plank and bring your knees down to the ground for a nice easy plank. So keep your head and your tailbone in a nice long line. Draw your knees together. Shoulders above the wrists. Hold this just for one more deep breath. Suck your core back as tightly as you possibly can. And exhale, lower yourself all the way to your belly. Inhale, take your hands off the ground. Exhale down. One more time. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the hands. Exhale down. Send your tailbone back. We're going to take a child's pose. Send your tailbone back onto your heels. Open your knees as wide as your mat. And then send your chest and your forehead down to the ground. Extend your arms out long and just sink deep into the mat as if you're melting into it, becoming one. Keep your breath nice and deep. On every inhale, balloon your belly, and every exhale, hug it back towards the spine and lift up through the pelvic floor. One more breath here. And release. Walk your hands back a little bit. Draw your knees hip distance and send your tailbone up and back. Downward facing dog. Look between your thighs and walk your dog if you would like to, maybe just slightly rolling the hips from side to side. And when you're ready, become still. Suck your belly back as tightly as you possibly can towards your spine. Close your eyes. Take one deep breath here. Now lift up through the left leg and exhale, draw it to your chest, rolling forward to plank, stepping it as far forward between your palms as you possibly can. We're in our runner's lunge once again. Grab your blocks, place them either side of this foot, keeping everything nice and strong. Lock the back knee, draw your shoulder blades back and down your spine. Hold this. Just for one more deep breath here. Take one more inhale. Exhale, pyramid pose, straightening the front leg. Come up off of the toes so you're engaging the foot. The toes are facing up towards the sky. Keep your hips facing forwards. And just enjoy this hamstring stretch. Remember, bend your knee as much as needed. Keep your spine nice and long. Suck your core back. Let's find our wave of 3. Inhale, runner's lunge, bend the knee, look up. Exhale, pyramid, straighten the leg, engage the foot. And again, inhale, runners. Exhale, pyramid. One more inhale to runner's pose. Exhale, pyramid. Now roll forward back to your runner's lunge and very slowly take the back knee down towards the ground. In for our low lunge. Now move your blocks in line with your shoulders. Stay up nice and tall. Allow your hips to sink nice and low down towards the ground. Take a few deep breaths here. Giving into gravity. Hips are both facing forwards. Your hip bones are facing forwards. That's probably an easier way to say it. And then exhale. Send your tailbone back. Hip bones are facing forwards and you're straightening the front leg to a half split pose. Lift the toes off the ground. Point them towards the sky. Keep your spine nice and long. And then let's find our wave of 3. Inhaling, low lunge. Exhale, half split. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, half split. One more inhale to our low lunge. And this time, remove your blocks, place them to the side. Take your hands to your front knee and come up off the back knee into a high lunge. Inhaling the hands to the sky, look up. And then exhale, rotate, opening the hips. The back heel comes down to the ground. It's a 90-degree angle to the mat. Front leg bent. Look beyond these left fingertips. Suck your core back. One more deep breath. And now rotate the hands, plant them on the ground. Come up off the back heel so the hips are facing the ground this time. And we're going to step back to plank just for a second and very slowly draw your knees to the ground. Taking a nice easy variation of plank, which is so important for postpartum. We want to look after our core. It's been stretched ever so far with our pregnancy. So hold your plank in a nice easy plank, and you want to zip your belly button all the way back towards your spine. Lift up through the pelvic floor. Hold this one more breath. And exhale, draw your elbows close to the body as slowly as you can. We're going to lower our chest to the ground. Inhale, take your hands off the ground, lift your chest. Look forwards. Exhale, down. Take one more. Inhale, lift the chest and the hands. Exhale, down. Now send your tailbone back towards your heels. Extend through the arms and very briefly take a child's pose. Just rest your head down to the ground. Extend through the arms. Take an inhale and then exhale. Roll the spine and draw your hands towards your knees. Coming up into a seat onto the heels. Inhale the hands to the sky, look up. Exhale, draw them to heart center. Let's take a butterfly pose. So take a seat on your tailbone. We're going to have the soles of our feet join each other like a book. Open up through the toes. So you want your toes to be engaged and allow your knees to fall down towards the ground, depending on your hip flexibility. And because you've just had a baby, I'm sure they're more flexible than normal. Just allow them to open up as wide as they want to go. But as I say, we always want to hold back a little when we just had a baby. So sit up tall, hold on to the feet, or you can place your hands behind your back and just find a little sway. Just sway gently from side to side. If that feels too uncomfortable, then just sit up tall and long through the spine. And now maybe find little circles in one direction, rolling forwards and back, holding onto the feet, keeping the hips open. And then find a little movement in the opposite direction, rolling in the opposite direction this time. As I say, if this is uncomfortable, stay still, up nice and tall. And then relax. You can take a block and place it in front of you. You can just stay up tall, seated here, or you can start to lean forwards and perhaps rest your forehead onto your block. Wherever you are, just take a couple of deep breaths. And then slowly release and come on up. Remove your props out the way. Bring your legs into a comfortable seat of your choice. And we're going to end with a little arm stretch. So with all the feeding and the baby holding we're doing, arms are feeling a little, ooh, I'm sure they are. So let's start with our right hand, take it up and over the head, bend it back behind you. We're going to use our left hand to grab onto the right elbow and just pull it back a little. So you want to try and get your right fingertips all the way between your shoulder blades, as far down as you can get them, giving a stretch here on the tricep. If this is enough, then stay here. So depending on your flexibility, we can go a step further. I'm going to face you. I'm going to turn my back to you so you can see. So stay where you are briefly. If you want to go further, you're going to take your left hand and you're going to bring it back behind you and perhaps touch the fingertips of the right hand, or maybe even find a little grip. So this is Gomukhasana arms, cow face arms. If this is accessible to you, then sit up nice and tall with the interlace of the fingers. But together, all of us will just take 3 deep breaths here. And release. If you're in full Gomukhasana, remove the left hand first, bring it forwards, and then release the right, everybody. Roll the shoulders in one direction and then in the opposite, and we're going to do the same on the other side. So taking the left hand up and over the head, place it as far down between your shoulder blades as you can. Taking the right hand, guide it a little further back, holding onto the elbow. If this is where you are today, then just stay here. That's no problem at all. Otherwise, take your full Gomukhasana, taking your right hand back behind the back body, maybe finding an interlace or maybe just touching the fingertips of the left hand. Together we all sit up nice and tall and take 3 deep breaths. And gently release the grip. If you're in full Gomukhasana, remove the right hand first, bring it forward, and then everybody release the left arm, bringing it to the forefront. I'm going to face you once again. So staying in a nice comfortable seat, we've got one more arm stretch. Let's just take our right arm across the body, left hand underneath the right, drawing it really close to the body, and just hold on there. You'll feel a little gentle stretch at the back of the shoulder blade. Sit up tall, lift up through your pelvic floor. Close your eyes and take 1 deep breath here. And then release. And we're going to just wave our hands forwards and back. So you're trying to clap your hands at the front and clap them at the back as well. Just continue doing this, clapping frontwards, clapping behind. If possible, if your shoulders are not open enough for you to clap behind your back, that's okay. Just open them as far back as you can get them. And you'll feel a little stretch down the chest. Continue one more. And release, give them a little shake. And let's take our left arm across the body. Right arm underneath. Bring it as close towards you as you can. And remember to drop your shoulders away from your ears. So sit up tall. Take one deep inhale and one deep exhale. And release. Let's do the clapping once more. Clapping back, clapping forwards. And last one, ladies. Relax, give your body a little wobble. Sit up tall through the spine, and we're going to take just 30 seconds of complete silence, complete mindfulness together. Try to totally tune in, let go of your fears and your anxieties of what may come next with baby and with tomorrow potentially. Let go of all your thoughts. So take a comfortable seat, any seat of your choice. You don't have to sit cross-legged. Sit up tall through the spine, hug your core back, lift up through your pelvic floor very gently. And we're going to place the tops of our palms onto our knees so that the palms are facing up to the sky. Draw the shoulders back and down. Allow them to become heavy and close your eyes. Taking this moment for yourself, you deserve it. Allow those thoughts to pass, and just 30 seconds together. Let's just listen to the silence. Listen to your breath. Bring your breath back to a natural rhythm. All right, mamas, you can stay here as long as you like. All together with me, we can end our practice. Keeping the eyes closed. Just roll your neck from shoulder to shoulder, just 3 times each side. Nice and slowly. One more time each side. And draw your head back to center with the eyes still closed. Just bring your palms in front of you and rub them together. Create a really warm friction between your palms. Placing the palms over the eyes. Take a deep inhale in. Exhale out. Remove your palms from your eyes. Open your eyes nice and gently. Namaste, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me, and I really, really congratulate you on taking this time for yourself and for your own body. We now have these tiny little bodies that we're looking after, and it's so easy to forget ourselves, it's so easy to not find the time for it. So if you found the time, then tap yourself on the shoulder and let me know in the comments below how you're coping and how you're getting on. I'd love to know. And also let me know, how did you find time for this video today? Did somebody look after baby? Did baby finally nap? I know how that feels. Archie's very hit and miss, very on and off with his naps. So until our next video, please feel free to leave me any requests if there's anything that I can do for you that will help you along this mothering journey. Until next time. Oh, and feel free to tag me on social media, guys. In my description there's my Facebook link and my Instagram link. You can also sign up on my website, and then on there you can get my free ebook, which is really handy as well for poses and alignment. So I've got many nice little freebies for you guys. But yeah, tag me on social media if you decide to take a picture of your first yoga with baby napping or wherever baby may be. Namaste everybody. Bye.